I spent most of my life walking into other people's worst days. As a coroner, you learn a lot about struggle. You see it in the houses, in the refrigerators, in the medicine cabinets, and in the faces of the people left behind. I always figured that by the time I reached my 70s, the struggle might ease up a little. Instead, what I'm seeing now at 73 is that the struggle has just changed uniforms, and a whole generation of seniors, retirees, widows, and disabled folks are trying to survive a game they did not sign up for. The experts say the economy is strong. They say inflation is easing. They say things are getting better. Well, I don't know what checkout line they're standing in, but it's not the same one I'm in, because my checkout line and my pharmacy counter and my gas pump and my electric bill are all telling a very different story. For people actually living this, things are getting harder, not easier. Healthcare is the first punch. Medicare premiums are going up, deductibles are going up, copays are going up, and the people paying those increases are living on about $23,700 a year in Social Security. Meanwhile, here in Arkansas, the CEO of Arkansas Blue Cross Blue Shield makes well over $1 million a year, some years well over $2 million. I'm not saying that's illegal or criminal. I'm just saying when one person makes in a week what some retirees live on in a year, and both of them are tied to the same health system, something just feels wrong in the gut. And a whole lot of those retirees are splitting pills, skipping appointments, or just quietly going without. But yes, the system is working, but not for them. Food is the next hit. Groceries cost more, packages are smaller, family size now means good luck. In towns all over Arkansas, the old grocery stores are gone, replaced by Dollar Generals. When a town gets its first Dollar General, they call it economic development. When a town gets its fifth one, they call it the Delta. You walk in thinking you're saving money and walk out realizing you just paid more per ounce for peanut butter and toilet paper than you would have at a real grocery store that no longer exists. Then comes the sales tax, that lovely surprise at the register. In Arkansas, depending on where you live, it can run about 8.5% to nearly 12%. And have you noticed, the poorer the town, the higher the tax. It's like we decided poverty was a luxury item and slapped a surcharge on it. And now to make it all extra special, there's talk of doing away with pennies, rounding everything up. It's funny how the rounding never seems to land in our favor. Now, to be fair, because Mama raised me that way, some things have gone down in price. Eggs, for one. Remember when eggs cost more than a decent Sunday shirt? Now they've settled down. So congratulations, you can once again afford breakfast as long as you don't want bacon, toast, or coffee. And speaking of coffee, when your morning cup jumps 20% in a month, that's not inflation. That's an insult. Used cars have come down a bit. Not enough to buy one, just enough so a salesman can grin and say, "See, things are getting better," while your car insurance sneaks up behind you like a mugger in a dark alley. Televisions? Cheaper than ever. Apparently the plan is if you can't afford groceries or heat, at least you can watch people who can. Some appliances are cheaper too, fridges, washers, dryers, which is interesting because the food that goes in the fridge costs more, the electricity that runs the fridge costs more, and the detergent for the washer costs more. So yes, a few prices went down, but the things that got cheaper are not the things keeping seniors alive. I have yet to hear anybody say, "Thank God TVs are cheaper. Now I can afford my insulin." Then winter adds a whole nother layer. Electric bills go up, natural gas goes up, the little fees and adjustments go up. Seniors all over this state are sitting in their homes wearing jackets inside, scared of the next bill in the mailbox. At this age, you shouldn't have to choose between being warm and being fed, but many are. Even the trash costs more now. In places like Little Rock, they're talking about raising trash pickup to over $40 a month and then raising it again every year. We've reached the point where it costs extra just to throw things away. You pay more for the groceries, more for the packaging, more for the trash bags, and now more for someone to haul that trash off. That's not budgeting. That's paying rent on your own damn garbage. And transportation doesn't give any relief either. Gas still isn't cheap. Car insurance has jumped close to 20% in some places, and the average American car payment now, about $750 a month for a new car and over $500 for a used one. That's a mortgage payment in a lot of Arkansas towns. Repossessions are climbing. You know, when you're young and your car gets repossessed, that's a crisis. When you're old and your car gets repossessed, that's a prison sentence. No car means no doctor, no pharmacy, no church, no grandkids, no community. And I've seen what happens when people become isolated. It does not end well. And then there's the one that really guts people, their pets. Vet bills are up, pet food is up, medication's up. For a lot of seniors, that dog or cat is the only heartbeat in the house besides their own. People are stretching pet food like groceries, skipping meals so their animals can eat. Some are surrendering pets they love. Some are putting them down, not because the pet is dying, but because the budget is. When companionship becomes a luxury item, society has drifted a long way from where it ought to be. So here's the bigger truth. Healthcare up, food up, sales tax up, heating and trash up, gas and insurance up, car payments up, pet costs up, everything up, except income. We used to talk about the middle class in this country like it was a solid thing, but look around. There is no middle class anymore, just people who are slipping and people pretending they're not. And somebody is benefiting. It's not the senior living on $23,700 a year. It's not the clerk at Dollar General. It's not the CNA on the night shift or the guy hauling your trash. It's the executives. It's the shareholders. And it's the folks in office who make more in per diem mileage and stipends than some retirees see in a month for what they call a part-time job. It reminds me of the gang wars in the 90s. Back then you had the Crips and the Bloods, different colors, same streets, and the people in the middle paid the price. Today, it's Democrats and Republicans, different colors, same battlefield, and the people in the middle, the elderly, the poor, the working folks, are still paying the price. I'm not here to scream at anybody. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for or who to blame. I'm here to say out loud what a lot of people only whisper. The people who are struggling keep on struggling while others are quietly profiting from that struggle. And if we don't start talking about it calmly, honestly, together, we're not just going to lose money, we're going to lose dignity. We're going to lose community. We're going to lose each other. This Black Friday, while the country stampedes into big box stores, I just want to invite you to stop for a minute and think about the people who can't afford to stampede anywhere. If this hits you in the gut, share it with somebody. Talk about it. Check on an elderly neighbor. Push your leaders, all of them, to remember who they work for. My name is Steve, the 501 Coroner. Y'all be kind to each other, okay?